hello, and I would like to send a very cordial salutation to all of the teachers in Piura. I believe it will be May 3rd when you're actually watching this, or at least a day or two around May 3rd. I'm here in my office at the U.S. Embassy in Lima, the Regional English Language Office, and Jaime Ancajima has asked me to address a few issues about professional development. So I would like to thank Jaime for this invitation. I would like to thank the Universidad de Piura for running a professional development event for English teachers in the Piura region. And I certainly want to thank all of you for attending the event. The fact that you are attending the event shows that you are truly interested in professional development, and that's the most important first step. I also believe that there are at least two other people on the panel who may also be sending in videotaped notes, such as the one I am taping right now. Mary Scholl, a friend of mine in Costa Rica, as well as Marisa, who I have not met, from the Universidad de Jaén in Spain. One of the difficult things of doing a videotaped note is that we are not sure what the others are actually saying. But I will give you my few cents, as we say in American English, my few pennies worth of ideas. And I hope it's something that you will then be able to consider and perhaps discuss there at your conference. The first question that Jaime asked me to address is how I became an English teacher and how I decided to stay in the field. Well, as an American, we have what I've seen is a very different way of becoming English teachers than in most other countries in the world. In most countries in the world, including Peru, students go as undergraduate students, focusing specifically on English teaching. And after 4, or in the case of Peru, 5 years, you become English teachers. In America, we usually study something different as an undergrad, and then usually, and it's not always, but usually, we have some kind of international experience in which we're exposed to the world of English as a foreign language. We like it. We come back, we do a master's in teaching English as a foreign language. That's what happened to me. I was in Spain as a young undergrad, and then later in Costa Rica, and I chose English teaching as an option, one of the ways to make a little bit of money while I was studying in both of those countries. I loved the field. I became very interested in it. And when I moved back to the U.S., I realized that is exactly what I wanted to do. My undergraduate degree was actually in chemistry and Latin American studies, two very, very different areas. I have never regretted that choice. I wish only that I had discovered that passion earlier in my life. But it's one that I will continue for as long as I'm able to continue with working. Another question Jaime asks is, what do I do to develop professionally, to continue developing professionally? I realized a long time ago, I think, that simply getting a master's degree or any kind of certification or diploma in English teaching was not enough. That to be a good teacher, we also had to be a good learner. And that learning would inform our teaching. It's a circle that goes round and round. I think the easiest yet most effective way to continue developing professionally is to observe other people teaching. It's that simple. Yet it's also, strangely, paradoxically, one of the most unaddressed issues at institutions. When I visit Teachers are often shy to open up their classrooms. I can understand why, especially if they don't know me very well. But even within the institution, even among teachers who have known each other for 5, maybe 10 years, they're still reluctant to open their doors to their colleagues. Maybe it's because most observations have been evaluative. Teachers are afraid to have somebody else come in thinking that they will give them a grade. But there are ways to do it without having this evaluative side. And a lot of it is building a community of trust. And I think every institution must have this possibility. If I'm doing something interesting, or perhaps something's not quite working right, I should be able to ask a colleague to come in and look at me. What's going well? What's not going well? At the same time, I will get new ideas from observing other classes. Each teacher is different. Each teacher is a different personality. We approach teaching differently. But what I've learned from watching other teachers teach has helped me more than anything else. And experiencing this as a student, learning another language, is another way to do it. I've had the opportunity to sit in many language classrooms, learning another foreign language. And even if I don't learn that foreign language very well, at least sitting in the classroom and seeing how another teacher teaches is a huge, huge help. Apart from observations, going to conferences such as the one that you're attending right now, presenting at conferences, even if you've never done it before, there's got to be a first time. It builds confidence and it allows you to get feedback from other teachers. And finally, there's reading. I like reading novels personally, fiction, sometimes nonfiction, but I also know that from time to time I need to keep up with new ideas in the field. TESOL is an international organization for English teachers, and if you're not a member, I strongly suggest you become a member. There's a very modest international membership fee, and it's a way of accessing new information through emails that they send almost daily. Finally, there's a journal which we publish, and I hope you all know it. I believe it's being passed out at the conference. It's the English Teaching Forum. We distribute it for free in Peru as well as in many other countries. And it's full of articles by teachers, for teachers. You can go to a website, americanenglish.state.gov, and you can access about 25 years worth of articles from English Teaching Forum. There in Piura, there is a binational center, and within the binational center, they have a library. The library has a digital tool called e-library. E-library is full of academic journals, and you can access articles that you would otherwise pay a lot of money for free at the Binational Center. So please keep up with your reading. Make sure you read at least an interesting article once or twice a week is my recommendation. And with your colleagues at school, why not get together, decide to read the same article, and then find some time to have tea or coffee together and discuss the article over the tea or coffee. Main sources for obtaining the information. I think I mentioned right now some of the journals and online tools. The only other thing that I would mention are there are some wonderful blogs now that are available for English teachers. My favorite is one by Lou Ferlazzo. He is a teacher based in California. Actually, I said Lou. I believe his first name is Larry, but his last name is Ferlazzo, Ferlazzo. He has a wonderful blog about English teaching, and he exposes readers to new websites everywhere in the world. There are some other ones. Nick Peachy, Peachy, has another wonderful blog that is full of new content, new ideas about teaching English and using technology as well. If you do a quick Google search, you will find thousands of blogs about English teaching check out the ones that you like and follow them. Go ahead and subscribe to them. They're free, and every time a new blog entry is put in, you can read that new blog entry. For this region, we have one called reloandes.com. It's a blog specifically for professionals in our region, and we are open to articles written by teachers as well. So if you would like to write something, please let me know. Please send us an email, and I will trust Jaime with giving you my email address. It's much easier than if I try to tell you right now via this video. And finally, what would you advise teachers to do to develop professionally? To recognize that developing professionally is ongoing. It never stops. I think the most important thing is to be open, to be a bit of a risk taker. I don't think that anybody can always try new things, but I think as teachers we need to try something new from time to time, maybe at least once a week. Maybe a little bit more often or a little bit less often. But we do need to be open to new ideas and to try those out in the class. And to not be too ready to blame the idea, but to look at what could be modified to make a new idea actually work. Again, it's a pleasure being able to send this short video clip. The worst part about it is that I am not there with you right now. I hope you have a successful conference, and I hope you all meet some new, interesting teachers there. Please don't be shy at these conferences. Go up to people that you don't know. Ask them where they're teaching. What do they like most about teaching? What do they find the most challenging? Make some new friends. It's important to have a support group around you as a teacher. Thank you very much. Goodbye.